DCP of Southeast, Roshini, today filed a first investigation report or an FIR on the suicide of Pradeep due to alleged police harassment. In the 61-page report, the DCP has held Inspector C.D. Nagaraj and constables of Kempegowda Nagar guilty of illegally detaining Pradeep in the police station. The Commissioner had ordered for a report to be filed within 24 hours. The cops have duly complied. Now, 2 days back, the residents of Lakshmipuram were demanding justice for the death of a 24-year-old man named Pradeep who lived in the locality. Pradeep was found hanging from the ceiling less than a day after being released by the Kempegowda Nagar police. His family and friends claim that he was brutally thrashed and bruised during the 3 days he was in the custody of the jurisdictional police. And unable to bear the humiliation, the 24-year-old ended his life.
ಮಾನ್ಯ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಆಯುಕ್ತದ ಆದೇಶ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಇನ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಡಿಸಿಪಿ ರೋಹಿಣಿ ಕಟೋಚ್ ಅವರು ಈಗ ಒಂದು ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿ ಪೂರ್ವಭಾವಿ ತನಿಖೆಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಮಾನ್ಯ ಆಯುಕ್ತವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಈಗ ನಾವು ಪರಿಶೀಲನೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸೂಕ್ತ ಕ್ರಮ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Well, for more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Akshita. Akshita, you know, this is the first case what we have seen in Bengaluru in a very long time where the police have actually found one of their own guilty.
Nolan, but what we also have to keep in mind is the fact that the Commissioner himself had intervened, made it very clear that he requires a report to be filed of the incident as soon as possible. In fact, he had given a 24-hour deadline for the same. Having said that also, let me give you more details about what the report has stated. It's very, very clearly said that C.D. Nagaraj, the inspector, as well as the constables of the Kempegowda Nagar police station are guilty. It's also gone ahead and stated that Pradeep was illegally detained in the Kempegowda Nagar police station for 3 days, and the report has also held the police guilty of going ahead and demanding a bribe. All of this has been confirmed in a 61-page report. Remember, the report has been filed by the DCP Rohini, and it is understood that all the information, all the details with regards to what exactly took place have been mentioned in this particular report, is what we understand, Nolan. So now, of course, besides this report, considering that the police themselves have confirmed that yes, such an incident took place, we'll have to wait for that post-mortem report to come out. That is still awaited, is what we understand. Once that comes, it will more or less be the final nail in the coffin, Nolan. No question after that of no action being taken, considering that the Commissioner himself is involved. Even, of course, you did hear what the Additional Commissioner went on to state. They have confirmed that they received the report, and accordingly, action will be taken. So, of course, they will be waiting for further evidence to come through from that particular post-mortem, but it looks like it's more or less confirmed that Inspector Nagaraj, as well as his constables, did indulge in unlawful activity. They did demand a bribe. They also went ahead and beat up Pradeep. All this has been confirmed. So, of course, it's only a matter of time before we see action against all of them, Nolan.
Now, the big question that the citizens, especially of Lakshmipuram, would want to know is what sort of action will be taken against them? Will they be just suspended? Will they be thrown out of service? Or will they be put behind bars?
Well, that is definitely an interesting point to note. Remember, Nolan, Nagaraj was already suspended, but the police made it very, very clear that they will not stop with that, and that if he is found guilty, further action will be taken. We've seen this happen in the past as well. Remember, with regards to the Fraser Town incident, one of the police officials who had failed to file that complaint had an FIR lodged against him. So will we see similar action in this case is the question. But considering that there's so much anger on the streets, considering the galata that took place on Saturday evening, where the residents as well as family members came together to protest Pradeep's death, it definitely seems unlikely that the police will get away with going ahead and taking light action. They will more or less be forced to take very, very strict action, Nolan.
Right, Akshita, many thanks for all that. Well, moving on, the coal block allocations from 1993 to 2010 got a big thumbs down from the Supreme Court. Take a look at what the Apex Court had to say today.
The Supreme Court termed the allocation of coal blocks done under the screening committee as illegal. Allocations of coal blocks done under the screening committee rule and government dispensation suffer from illegality. All allocations were done in an illegal manner and suffer from vice of arbitrariness. The Supreme Court added that further hearing was required to determine whether there was a need to cancel the 218 coal allocations. It will take a decision on reallocation of mines on September 1st. It also said that more hearings were not required to decide on the cancellation of coal rights.
Court said that we have not considered in detail the factual aspects of the individual allocation to the parties, the impact of cancellation of individual allocation. Therefore, they will require to hear and form their view on larger public interest and equitable rights of the parties for as far as cancellation is concerned.
The Supreme Court bench headed by Chief Justice R.M. Lodha affirmed that no state government or public sector undertakings of state governments are eligible for mining coal for commercial purposes. Coal allocation for commercial purpose to be cancelled. Coal allocations to power projects to continue. The Supreme Court bench has been monitoring the CBI probe into the scam, and a special court was set up to deal with this case. The court has now suggested smaller committees comprising retired Supreme Court judges be set up to give a report on the issue at the earliest. A News9 report.
In his maiden visit to Jammu and Kashmir, BJP President Amit Shah visited the people who have taken shelter at a school in Araspura. Shah also attacked the State Chief Minister Omar Abdullah for his Achhe Din remark.
The repeated ceasefire violations by Pakistani troops at the border areas in Jammu and Kashmir have become dangerous to civilians, to say the least. Several innocent people have taken refuge at a higher secondary school at the Araspura area in Jammu. BJP President Amit Shah paid a visit to the refugees. Shah, while speaking to the people, said that the government would do everything possible to protect innocent people. He interacted with the people and inquired about the problems that they have been facing. As he was talking to them, a few women refugees sought an early solution with folded hands. After meeting the refugees at the school, Shah went to Kathua, where he addressed a huge public rally. Speaking at the rally, the BJP president attacked Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah for his Achhe Din comment that he had made on Sunday.
आज के अखबार में मैंने जम्मू कश्मीर के मुख्यमंत्री श्रीमान उमर अब्दुल्ला जी का बयान पढ़ा है। उन्होंने एक टॉन्ट लगाया है कि अच्छे दिन आ गए, गोलीबारी हो रही। मैं कहना चाहता हूं अब्दुल्ला साहब, गोलीबारी होगी तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार और इसकी सेना जवाब जरूर देगी, मगर आपका फर्ज बनता था जो लोग गोलीबारी के कारण अंदर आए हैं, स्कूलों में आसरा लिए हुए हैं, उनकी आप खबर अंतर पूछते, न कि उनके जले पर नमक छिड़कते।
But Omar Abdullah has not reacted to Shah. This is Amit Shah's first visit to the state after becoming the president of the Saffron Party. His main aim behind this visit was to woo voters for the upcoming assembly elections in the state. Shah's visit to the refugee camp has given people a ray of hope. Now all that they are hoping for is an early solution to the issue. A News9 report.
Now, vandalism was rife on the streets of Ranchi today. Take a look as to what a protest against the love jihad issue turned into.
The VHP declared Bande in Ranchi following the love jihad issue turned ugly today. Members of VHP and Nari Sevak Samiti carried out rallies shouting slogans, but suddenly the protest took an ugly turn. VHP workers attacked vehicles on the road and destroyed shops that were open. The protest surfaced after national-level shooter Tara Sadev accused her husband of torturing her to convert to Islam. Ranjit Kohli, alias Rakibul Khan, kept his religious identity hidden and married Tara Sadev. Later, he allegedly tortured the national-level gold medalist to convert to Islam. Tara, who belongs to a royal family, was told that her father and brother would be killed if she refused to convert. Rakibul Khan has been charged with domestic violence and forceful marriage by the Hindpiri police. The VHP workers are demanding the immediate arrest of Rakibul Khan, who along with his family is absconding. The Ranchi police assured that he would be arrested soon.
इस मामले में हम लोग तहकीकात कर रहे हैं। अभी फिलहाल 3-4 दिन के अंदर में उसके बारे में हम लोग पूरी जानकारी छानबीन कर रहे हैं। जहां भी वो है या जहां हम लोग को उसकी सूचना मिल रही है वहां उसकी गिरफ्तारी की कार्रवाई हो रही है। अभी तक फिलहाल उसका 3 फ्लैट का हम लोग के बारे में पता लगा है। उस तीनों फ्लैट को सील किया गया है। कल एक फ्लैट को खोल करके हम लोग देखे हैं, वहाँ कुछ नहीं था। वो एज ए गेस्ट हाउस के रूप में उसको इस्तेमाल करता है। आज लॉ एंड ऑर्डर से हम लोग फ्री होंगे, उसके बाद फिर आगे का फ्लैट को खोल करके उसमें हम लोग तहकीकात करेंगे, सर्च करेंगे, उसमें क्या मिलता है, उसके बाद आगे की कार्रवाई करेंगे।
Love jihad was on the agenda in the BJP's two-day state committee meeting held in Mathura. As it sparked a controversy, the party refrained from discussing anything on the issue. Will the Saffron Party dwell more intently on the issue now? A News9 report.
Indian cricketer Yuvraj Singh's father, Yograj Singh, has gotten himself into trouble yet again. The Panchkula police have arrested the former cricketer and will soon produce him before the court. So what did he do this time around? Yograj, a former cricketer who has also worked as an actor, was arrested late in the night on Sunday following a brawl between his family and his friend's neighbours. Yograj and his friend attacked former DSP and his sons. The trouble started after a late-night birthday celebration of Yograj's daughter. Finishing the party, Yograj's friend Bhupinder and other family members returned to their house at Panchkula. A clash then broke out between Bhupinder and his neighbour Ashmand, who is a former DSP of a parking space. Former DSP Ashmand's sons joined the fight. Bhupinder calls Yograj to settle the matter. Yograj arrives at the spot and the clash turns ugly. Sharp-edged weapons were used in the brawl. The brawl was interrupted by the Panchkula police, who made immediate arrests to control the situation. The police arrested 5 people, including Yograj Singh, Bhupinder, the former DSP and his 2 sons. Police state that cross FIRs have been filed against both the parties as both the groups attacked each other. The 5 accused will be produced before the Panchkula court at the earliest. A News9 report.